Hello there! If you do not know who I am Ashley, and I am now a 6-time certified AI advisor. I want to share with you my personal journey, wins, and pitfalls into how I got here. If you are looking to upskill your career in AI, I am going to have a series on how I did it, so you can get some insights on how you can too. It was back in 2023 when I got on my AI journey. I was one of the 8,000 employees who got laid off from Salesforce. It was rough. I was a recruiter, and while I was happy and good at it, I was looking to change careers. I earned my first Salesforce certification. When I got laid off, Salesforce was still offering certifications. Now this is important. A lot of companies at that time were talking about they were doing layoffs because of AI. OpenAI had launched ChatGPT just a few months before, and it was gaining a lot of traction. So I decided for myself, let's not get behind. Let's learn AI. And that is how I got my first AI certification, Salesforce AI Associate. I am also going to do full reviews of the different certs that I've earned at a later point. This was my first step. I was eager to learn more. I had learned that Python was the backbone of AI, so I tried to learn that next. Nope, I am not an engineer, at all. So that did not work. I think I got to for loops and just gave up. But what was really cool is that while I was learning for loops, I was using AI to correct code. That is when I realized how big AI was going to be. If a non-engineer like me could start using AI to code, it was game over. I was still interested in changing my career, but this time to solutions engineering. I thought that was going to be my next big career change. As a recruiter, I will say this. In this job market, if you cannot find a full-time job right away, get a bridge job. I've been a bartender for several years. So while I was bartending in the evenings, it gave me time to study AI during the day. After months of networking, updating my resume a million times, I figured that career change was just not gonna happen. I decided to get my second certification, AI Fundamentals for Non-Data Scientists on Coursera. Because I was working part-time bartending, this was pretty easy for me to earn very quickly. This was a really good step 1 for learning AI. The Salesforce AI Certified Associate was okay, just for Salesforce. But I needed it to be more general. So let's pause for a second and talk about Coursera. This video is not sponsored by Coursera, but that is where I got the bulk of my certifications from. I have tried other platforms as well, but this is what worked best for me at that time. It was still only $49 a month for Coursera Plus. They have now raised the prices for Coursera due to the high demand of AI training. That is why I created my own training courses for Rocky Phoenix AI. Not necessarily to compete with Coursera, but to give people options of getting more bang for their buck when learning AI and using it in a practical way. So on to the next course I took, IBM Generative AI Fundamentals Specialization, 24 hours of learning. This by far has been my favorite, but at $49 a month, it could get expensive quick if you don't have the time to just dedicate days of hardcore learning. This is where I say I learned the most. But here's the kicker. This one can be very technical. This is where I learned more about what's behind the hood of AI. But I also learned important things like building a chatbot in Watson and prompt engineering. Next up was Google AI Essentials. That was 7 hours. After doing the IBM course, this was kind of like a refresher. Not too much new for me, but if you are new to AI, this might be a good start too. I tried again to learn Python with the Google Python Crash Course. Nope, still not an engineer. As you can see, my journey was nowhere near linear at all. So back to learning AI for business. I had already completed one course from Wharton, or Penn University, on Coursera and saw they had a few more. I earned certifications in AI Application in People Management and AI Strategy and Governance. That is another 18 hours of learning. I did try other platforms like Udemy. I started on my AI ethics courses, and I am going to finish that one day. I went ahead and paid for the yearly subscription. So why did I stop at 6 certifications? Hands-on practical use. I had the theory down pretty good. I know how neural networks and decision trees worked, but how do I use that in real life? I decided to go to an AI conference in Vegas, AI Alive. But right before that, I had someone show me some cool features in ChatGPT Plus that I had not known about before, because I was on the free plan. This person told me that they were paying for ChatGPT, and it was only $20 a month. That was an amazing deal. Little did I know, this one thing was going to change my whole trajectory forever. At this AI conference in Vegas, I noticed that I am one of few women, and especially one of few people of color there. One of the speakers was great, who is now my AI mentor. If you look up Alex Northstar, that is him. He has been so helpful and supportive. He was teaching about how he had his own 6-figure AI business and he was making automations in Make.com. I wanted to be just like Alex. After the conference, I hit him up. He does offer consulting, but only takes on a few clients a month. So hurry now if you want his help too. I threw some ideas at him and he said to me, "Ashley, you are not an engineer. You are a recruiter. You can't do what I can do, but you can teach people AI." And that was the light bulb moment. I can train people on AI. And that is how I started my company, Rocky Phoenix AI. But this is not all that I did to become an AI advisor. At my previous company, I was already training the team on how to use AI. I was already doing market reports using AI. So I took all the AI knowledge and theory and put it to work in real life. Now I have my own company training AI. But it has not been all rainbows and sunshine. I am using so many tools to help me out and learning all the time. This video is made using HeyGen. When I first started recording my own videos, it was taking forever. I had to record, clear my throat. I would get lost in what I was saying. Now, I am using my AI twin. This is just the beginning of my AI journey to becoming an AI advisor. If you want to start your AI journey, visit me at rockyphoenixai.com. There, you will see various trainings depending on your needs, custom GPT builds, news and blogs regarding the latest in AI. Like, follow, and share for part 2 on how I was able to become an AI advisor in just a couple of months. Thank you so much for watching the first part of this series. Check out my AI basics or AI proof your career next.